Hello everyone and welcome to our second Slow and Immersive channel update. I'm going to try to keep this quick, and first of all, right off the bat, I'll just like to thank everyone who has subscribed in the last 2 weeks, and commented and liked on the videos. It really helped. I can't believe that, 14 days ago, I was sitting here, sitting here last night on Sunday night, and I had 220, I think, subscribers, right? So we are up by, 360 was almost up to 600, right? So almost 280 people have subscribed in the last 14 days. So again, thank you all very, very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for subscribing. I am working to improve on the videos, kind of getting, thinking of some new ideas for various Paradox games. How to make these Let's Plays more interesting, more engaging. I think there may be other games I might play on the channel. Yeah, and I have it on a community post with a little update of what's on the horizon in the near term, and also a little poll for you guys. It's quite interesting. We can actually maybe go over it now. So apparently, about 723, 33, yeah, exactly a third of you apparently is here only for Paradox games and nothing else. And interestingly, that 17% of people, half of that third, is actually only interested in one or two Paradox titles, and that's that. So I'll take this into account for sure. And 41% would be interested to see other immersive strategy games. So that's at least, that's interesting and that's encouraging. I'll say why in a second. And lastly, there's 26%, close to, a quarter, I guess. It would be interested to see any other slow and immersive games. And the reason I wanted to post this is that, I didn't actually start the channel to cover Paradox games. If you see the previous channel update or look at any of the older videos, I actually started with just doing some indie games. I did that for practice. Like, I didn't start this to be an indie channel game either. I just did it to practice, doing playthroughs, talking to a microphone in an empty room, which I find really awkward still, but hopefully I'm improving. But I think the general idea behind the channel was to play any slow and immersive games, and that's games like Paradox games. Really hoping tomorrow to play The Last Train Home, for example, like tactical games like XCOM 2, although it's a bit old now, and there have been so many playthroughs that I doubt I'll ever play that on the channel, but that is one of my favorite games of all time, I would say, along with something like Stellaris. But also, things like things that are slow and immersive, like even like some like Returnal, for example, or like Callisto Protocol, something like that. Like the games like have like good graphics, like decent gameplay, and really make you feel like you're in the game. But at the same time, it's not just about immersiveness. I guess like games like Callisto Protocol, for example, or like even Returnal. Returnal at least has some risk, and I feel like that's a necessary ingredient. That games need to have some sort of form of material risk, and your choices need to matter for it to actually be a good candidate for a playthrough to be put on YouTube, right? I don't. There's obviously a lot of people watching things, kind of linear gameplay type story games, like The Last of Us, for example. That's an incredible game, probably definitely one of my favorite games of all time, right? And I kind of think maybe I do play that through, or even like Red Dead Redemption. Like it is cool to play it through, maybe in like 4K quality, but there's plenty of those playthroughs. I love playing those games. I definitely will play those games, but I'm still not quite 100% sure if it's worth uploading them, because it's just, you can just sit down and play the game yourself, to be honest. And I don't like commenting a lot on those types of games. I just like to get immersed, right? I comment a lot on Paradox games because they're, you need to kind of keep building that narrative in your head, which I do when I play single player, right? And just when you're recording a video, you need to kind of constantly voice that narrative so that it becomes immersive and your actions are actually tied to some sort of logic of running a country or developing a country. So so this is encouraging. I do have a few games in mind. Probably number one candidate for other strategy games that I would love to cover would be Warno. I don't know if anyone's played that, but that's like a pretty complex game. I think it's a little faster paced. I think it would be, so you can kind of complete one match in a video, but essentially for those who don't know, it's kind of a I say pretty realistic, and I say very immersive, kind of modern, or like 1980s, 90s Cold War, like real-time strategy, but actually with a lot of realism. Probably the most realistic game with where units are not just kind of hit points on the map, and you don't just have like 10 tanks. I think it's very important which units you bring, how you use them, and very realistic. That's kind of one game I'm thinking about. Something like Last Train Home, that would be a cool game. Maybe like Aliens, Dark Descent, I think that's a cool game, and I will play on hardest difficulty so that we are at constant risk of dying. Things, it will matter how we play. So maybe, I'll think about it. But I guess it's not lost upon me that a lot of people prefer just Paradox games. Strategy games. I mean, Civilization maybe, but again, there's so many people doing it on YouTube and doing it super well that I'm not 100% sure that's worth it. But we'll see. Yeah, but I'll probably continue to focus on Paradox games, but I do like to allocate sort of 20, maybe up to 30% of my time to just play like a random game. I have tried recording Company of Heroes 3, actually, that's another one. I think that's actually pretty immersive, pretty cool, a little faster paced. I didn't post those videos because I thought they didn't turn out well, and I didn't have time to like redo them. And also they have like an expansion pack and a pass coming out on 5th of December, but I think that game has actually come like a long way since it was released. And I'd say it's on par with the first Company of Heroes now. I never got into the second Company of Heroes. But that might be something. And there is the campaign actually works pretty well. It's sort of like there's a strategic map, and then there's mini battles. But it's pretty cool. And I think it's pretty complex. Like it's there's a fair degree of complexity where you need to think which units you bring, and kind of I think it would make for a immersive, kind of more fast-paced gameplay. And I think there is kind of an educational angle to it too. If I keep commenting right as I play, maybe people learn how to play those games better. So something like Warno, Company of Heroes 3, I think would be nice. And it's a nice break for me because I do need like a detox from Paradox games from time to time. And I do take that detox, right, and play by myself. But I think, maybe it's something to add to the channel. Some indie games, maybe like Battle Brothers, again, has been done to death. But I did post like a video on Iron Oath, which I'm actually keep thinking I should pick up again. Didn't really gain that many views, but I actually enjoyed the game. I might pick it back up, closer to Christmas, maybe. Or maybe some sort of 1.1 update comes out. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, like that's kind of questionable, right? I guess that only fits into this one. Didn't really get a lot of views, so people don't really seem to like to watch those playthroughs. Unfortunately, because I do love playing those games. Especially not all RPGs. Like I'm not a big fan, but something like Baldur's Gate, I do think it's honestly one of the best games ever made. And I've played games since 1994, and that is absolutely incredible masterpiece of a game. I'd put it above even things like Red Dead Redemption or even The Last of Us. Yeah, it's a good story, but Baldur's Gate 3, like incredible. So we'll continue to probably focus on Paradox Castle until definitely for the foreseeable future. I might add a couple of other strategy games. Again, at the same time, I don't have like infinite time to do this. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to keep up the current pace of like doing like 4, sometimes I post like 2-4 videos a day. Probably be a bit busy at work for the next 3 weeks, and so probably be a bit constrained there. I will try to post like 1 or 2 videos at least a day, maybe more on the weekends. But otherwise, after like 15th of December or so, hopefully I'll be able to post more. Maybe we do some massive playthrough of, I don't know, Hearts of Iron 4 or something, or like USSR or something, I don't know, or like Russia and Victoria 3, something big. We'll see. So that's that's pretty much it for kind of the latest. But again, thank you all very much for watching, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate it. And so this is kind of where the channel is going. Really, thank you for voting as well. Like it really helps me to like know why are people here, what do they want, right? I mean, there's also things I want, to be honest. So I'm not gonna like rely on this 100% because I do want to enjoy this channel. Right? It's just kind of to be honest, it's a hobby, really, right? But I do take all my hobbies in my life seriously. So I would like to like make it progress. At the same time, this is not like a job for me. I certainly do not plan to become a full-time YouTuber or anything like that. So it is just a hobby that hopefully provides entertainment and education for others, and also helps me actually. I can't remember the last time I actually finished a Paradox game. At least I often get to like 50% of the game, maybe like a playthrough like 70, 80 around. But the thing, as soon as things become kind of clear, or there's just too much going on at the end, or the game starts lagging, I just quit. Whereas, over the past, month and a half now, like, I'm really glad that I actually finished these games. And it really makes, also keeps me kind of honest to myself and keep playing, makes me keep playing immersively. And, like not take any shortcuts. As sometimes I do like single player when I just get like really annoyed with some mechanic or something. So yeah, definitely has given like my I don't know gaming hobby like I don't know a new life or like a new spin, and I'm really glad for it. Yeah, and I have you guys to thank for it. So thanks again, thanks very much. But yeah, as I mentioned in the previous update, the other reason I even want to make these updates is to maybe help other people see like kind of see as how does a channel develop, or maybe like I don't know, maybe some people can get inspired, maybe that's a bit big word, but maybe you can help them to get started as they understand like how YouTube works, what does it take. And you can see again, like I don't think my videos have, do they have amazing editing? No. Do they have amazing audio? No. Like do they have maybe amazing content? I think it's amazing, but I think it's getting better and it's like good, at least it's some sort of like spin on games, right? Hopefully I am doing something different. I think some people noted in the comments, so hopefully this helps other people basically. And either if you're watching this as this channel is growing, right, or maybe later, right, I think you can always be able to go to these channel updates and have a look at the videos that I post before. Again, like they will stop getting views at some point because YouTube would just stop pushing them out, I think, right? And so the difference will be like even if they have, I mean, best of my videos have like, I think I have 5 videos with 1,000 views right now, right? One of them has 4,000. Maybe that goes to like 8,000 over the next like year or two, right? But otherwise, you can actually see like the quality of the videos, what kind of views they attract, what sort of watch time, etc. So hopefully that people find that useful. And with that, let's go ahead and so you click here and we go to the analytics piece. So what like a creator actually sees on YouTube when you post videos, right? And here is sort of all sorts of content which have none other than videos, and you can see like what went public, kind of when, how many views, how many likes it got, right? And you can see I've posted 52 videos. I counted 52 videos since the last update, right? And this is kind of just a general overview. And this is where I click and I can say like details. You can see analytics of a specific video, which we'll go over, but you can go like details, right? This is where you write the description, the title, put a thumbnail in, just say like here, say change, or you can upload. You can change the thumbnails anytime, by the way, of your video. Like I've changed them to a different design, like after I posted. Add them to a playlist, kind of say, no, it's not made for kids, public. This is where the end screen thing goes, which I haven't actually done for the latest of these videos. This is where, at the end of the video, you see these little cards that say like, oh, most recent upload or whatever. You just let YouTube pick something for people so that there's more chance they will click through on one of your other videos. And there is cards. This is how you put in, so you take like video somewhere and then you say like you want to reference another video. I reference that here, and this is the cards, are those little things that come up in top right, so you just have to record the video first, then remember which timestamps, like where did you speak about that, and you go over there and you put it up there. Pretty simple. So this is end screen and cards. That's actually something I've learned since the last update. I thought that would be really complex, so that it required some fancy editing to like get those cards in somehow and then like create a link, but it's actually built into YouTube, so pretty simple. And I just need to do more of that. Yeah. So that's really kind of the content, not much else here. And so far, so we can go to the analytics section, and here we are. So you have a summary. Your channel's got 37,607 views in the last 28 days. Pretty good. Like, I mean, this we went over. So last update was on 13th of November, about 2 weeks ago. So half of this is, you probably like we already watched, right? This is the other half. So really glad the views are picking up. I mean, on the one hand, it's not surprising just because I have more videos on the platform, right? So if I have 100 videos, it'll probably be at least like 1 view per day, right? So if you have 100 videos, you'll get 100 views per day just from people randomly clicking by accident almost on your video, right? So this is supposed to snowball, although like it didn't, right? I still posted like a lot of videos here. It didn't quite go up. So I'm hoping like I've improved in quality. Maybe I started posting, for example, here, what did I post? Yeah, Venezuela playthrough. So obviously interest in Victoria 3. Maybe a few more people got interested in Crusader Kings. I put Stellaris up, so maybe people got interested. And then the next day, I did 8 videos, more Stellaris, more Venezuela. Yeah, then here I quit the Victoria 3 Let's Learn series, so that's done really well. Yeah, so the views are kind of going up, and it's on average about 2,000 right now. 2,200 views. You can see on the right here, it kind of shows this tracker last 48 hours, 4,668 views. So that corresponds to about 2.2 thousand per day, right? And then like the very last things are typically a bit outdated because YouTube has like, it takes a bit of time for it to get the stats. There's watch time though. Watch time I was really surprised, and that's not been doing like super well. So you see again 13th, I was getting like about almost 100 hours. Like yeah, say on average like 100 hours. It's started to tick up here, right? Again, look with posting. Yeah, just posting more videos. It was nothing new, but maybe it was Crusader Kings I posted. Yeah, I think it was four episodes of Crusader Kings. Um, yeah, there you are. That's the channel update here. So it was about 100, 150 hours even, right? And then it was kind of, okay, 200, but it went down. But then here, so not so long ago on the 18th, since 18th of November, so last 10 days, the views just exploded. Like, so this is per day, guys, right? This is on that day, 600 hours of my videos have been watched. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I actually think that's 765. I mean, it's driven mostly by like the best videos, but we'll see. We'll see the stats for those. But pretty cool. Like, I don't know. Again, it's some of these stats, I mean, to me, it's pretty incredible. Like, it's hard to me to put them in context versus like other videos. I have found a few stats, did some research, so some of them I will reference. This one, I don't really know like what's the good ratio. I seem to be getting, I'd say per day, yeah, so like was it 2,500, was it 2,000 views and like 600 watch hours, right? Actually more even, right? So, but see 500, 600. I don't know if I feel like I'm getting more watch hours than views added, right? Which means that every view is actually people actually clicking this and actually watching it, and you'll see that also in average time viewed has kind of exploded since like over the last 10 days. In terms of subscribers, right? But we'll talk about that in more detail. So let's have a look at subscribers, right? So we were trading kind of like, yeah, I mean, it can be as low as 4 some days. You know, there was 22 on Monday. The thing is, I think what I don't understand is I'm based in UK, right? But on like Sundays, probably when people watch the most, but I think a lot of my viewers, are like 40% of them are in US. I'm not sure when YouTube actually registers as subscribe, and I think the reason Monday is always like it's always like Monday morning I wake up and there's lots of subscribers, or like there's like a 10, 20 pretty much every time. I think the reason for that is that people are actually watching in US, subscribing in US on Sunday evening. But for me, because I'm based in UK and YouTube gives me these stats, I think it's 10 a.m. London time that it's the cutoff. It kind of says, oh look, you got this many subscribers on that day, right? So I think that's why it's kind of always odd to me, right? That like, so it's always like 1 day lag for all of these, to be honest, right? But it's still like it kind of drops and then it rises, right? 34 again the Monday, right? And here, yeah, like so last, so last 10, well, last week, right? So we got up to like boom, like 30 pretty consistently now, like 30, 40 subscribers a day. A little dip again this weekend. I was a little bit surprised, and to be honest, I was thinking until this morning, like, why? I was kind of actually waiting for this to tick up to 600 before I posted, but now I've run out of time and I'm just going to do it. Hopefully, we tick up to 600 by the time I finish. But I think this is because, right, US has the Thanksgiving weekend, so happy Thanksgiving to all. I don't know, and maybe there's probably Americans living in Europe out of UK, right, that are celebrating, so not really watching. But so it's a bit, but still been okay, right? It's just 30, 40, still been good watch time, right? Good views. But I was, yeah, but I'm like really happy. But yeah, I guess there wasn't like a surge of subscribers, but it's okay. And today, Monday, I don't think it's not gonna be, it's not gonna look like this. Basically, I think we might actually be kind of more like 20 today. We'll see. But anyway, that's the subscribers. So again, thank you all very much for subscribing. Um, really appreciate it. Yeah. And then you can see like top content here. We'll go over like individual videos in a second. But if we actually go to the content tab here, so we see again views, we talked about that. That's 2,000 views a day. Impressions. So this is like how often YouTube actually shows my thumbnail to someone. Interestingly, it hasn't actually improved all that much. I don't know. Maybe YouTube actually gave me some. Was it on the iPhone like app or Android? There's like a YouTube Studio app, and in there they actually give you like a weekly recap with some interesting stats, and it gives you like some tutorial type things. And interestingly, I'll talk about this. Like they actually told me like, okay, this is your video, like, and it pretty much puts your thumbnail on like a page and says, have a look at how your thumbnail looks next to other people's who like click, or other viewers who, look next to other thumbnails that viewers who see your channel typically click on. And yeah, I'd say my thumbnails kind of suck, but I mean, let's talk about that in a second, right? But impressions wise, so YouTube hasn't actually started pushing out my videos particularly more than it used to, right? Like before 4th of November, it still gave me a good shot. I don't know, people like hating on the YouTube algorithm, constantly talking about it. To be honest, so far, I think it's kind of bull, to be honest. Like your videos just, like some videos just worse, some are better. Like obviously episode 1 will always be more interesting, right, than like episode 2, or rather attract more attention than episode 2. It's just the way. Episode 2 will always be better than episode 3 almost. Right? It's very rare for like a Let's Play series to actually maintain consistent viewership, right? And it's normal. I mean, I'm hoping to like improve on that in various ways. So I do think I've always been watching a lot of replays, obviously, over the years, and now there's like a couple of things that I always wish someone would do, like recaps, for example, right? I'm trying to do that. I haven't found like the perfect way to do it. So, for example, just giving a quick recap of what happened in like the last 20 episodes, just like any other show on TV, right? I mean, they do less of that now, but I think it's still useful. Right? I mean, but typically now people binge watch like on Netflix, and there's only like 10 episodes, right? But on like 20, even like my Crusader Kings, we're up to like episode 22. I mean, honestly, I sometimes struggle to remember. And to be honest, before I sit down and like record, I actually go to my old video and like try to watch the recap. So I'm trying to make the recap like crisp and clear to first of all maintain viewership. Although some people just click on like episode 22. I want them to just understand what's going on, and if they want to, they can start watching from episode 22 onwards, right? Right, because obviously it's daunting to be like, oh, it's episode 22. Am I going to go to episode 1 and start watching from the beginning, right? And like I think in Crusader Kings 3, for example, like not every episode is like super exciting, right? But over time, I'm actually like really into that campaign now, because the things are happening, like good things, bad things. Over time, like it really, I love that game, and I love it that it spans 600 years. I wish all Paradox games actually spanned more. I always wish like Victoria, just lasted a little longer. But on the other hand, like it is a bit daunting to like start a CK3 playthrough because like that's gonna take like 100 episodes. That's a bit crazy. But anyway, I digress. So YouTube hasn't really started pushing out my videos all that much more, right? I don't know. Again, I'm not like upset with YouTube algorithm. I think it's actually done like very well for me as like a new person that honestly like doesn't really deserve any like impressions, I would say, right? How does YouTube know that like what's the point, right? So this algorithm clearly like artificially helps you at first, I think, right? Then it kind of gets your stats, and it actually gave me some tips in the app, which I'll talk about in a second. But you'll see basically impressions. So about 50,000 people just see my thumbnail every day. Pretty cool, I think, and I'm grateful for it. So then impressions, click-through rate, right? So I talked about previous video that, okay, it's getting better, right? It was like 2.7% on average thing up to here, like 2.7, 2.8. It has actually gone up. It's kind of gone up to like 3 point something, you see? So this is now 3. YouTube actually told me in that app, like, oh, look, like, how, like, it kind of gives you like a little multiple choice thing, and it asks me like, what do you think is like click-through rate, right? And I think in the previous channel update, I read somewhere online that it's somewhere between 5 or 15. But actually, YouTube told me it's 20% as the normal click-through rate. So my click-through rate is terrible, just terrible. And I mean, this is really like the title and the thumbnail, right? This is like, does that hook people sufficiently to actually click on it? And yeah, like, I mean, when it actually showed me like my thumbnail versus like similar thumbnails, yeah, like it doesn't stand out. It kind of sucks. I'd say it's just too plain. On the other hand, like I mentioned before, like I don't want to do these clickbait titles, and I'm just honestly, so almost one of the reasons I started this channel is just to like fight back versus this YouTube and like Paradox Games culture where every title is like, this strategy is OP, game is broken, just and all these like, it's like looks like a bag of Skittles, like when you open up your homepage with like all these different things popping out at you. Like honestly, I'm too old for that. Like, okay, can I just have like a thumbnail that tells me like, what is this, right? But, right, and this is kind of what my thumbnails look like, right? It tells you what game it is, okay? What is it? It's slow and immersive. Maybe like kind of, okay, a few special features, like I do say like Grand Admiral, no scaling. Yeah, hopefully that makes people like, that's a tough playthrough. Like I want to watch that, right? I'm hopefully like slow and immersive on my CK3. Like it doesn't say anything more than that, right? Same as Victoria 3, like let's learn, just changing like one piece of the title. I think that's fine. I think it is supposed to like inform people, and yeah, of course, I don't think it's an issue to make it like a little bit kind of catchy, so to speak, right? But I don't want to like just make these like the strategy's OP. Like let me tell you everything about Victoria 3 you ever needed to know, like, or like do this one thing to succeed. For Christ's sake, like I honestly hope like YouTube just bans those titles. They're just annoying. I don't know. Maybe that's me. But 3%. I do want to like get that up to 5%, right? So that's kind of what I'm saying is if I want to avoid like clickbaity type thumbnails, yeah, I guess I'll never get to 20%. But I am hoping to improve this to like 3% is pretty bad then, right, compared to everyone else. So we do need to get this to like 5%. So I kind of, yeah, kind of calibrate. Maybe I'm gonna have to give in to like a little bit of clickbaity type thing. But again, like, yeah, something just make them, maybe like put a border around them, just make them stand out more. Maybe not clickbaity. Yeah, I don't want to, yeah, maybe that's wrong word, but I will try to, yeah, make them stand out a bit more, I guess. I'll see like a way to do that. But we are at least picking up. So yeah, so that's good. Now, average view duration, similarly, has actually improved a lot. It used to be something like 6 minutes, right? You see like six, but then like it actually went up massively. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, from last, since I did the last update, so the videos I posted, hopefully I'm improving in my delivery. Maybe the top subject's more interesting. There's also quite a few episode ones posted, right? Because Venezuela was episode 1 is in here. There is Let's Learn with Serbia in here. There's Stellaris in here. What else? Crusader Kings was already ongoing, right? Yeah. So all of these like first episodes, like of course they're gonna attract more people, but they also like, I mean, my videos, I've checked like other episodes, they are actually getting better average viewership time. So maybe it's like people who like these videos more have found my channel, so that's great, right? So average viewership has gone up like wow, like massively. And what YouTube told me, another useful tip, it kind of said in that thing is like, okay, so how do you think your average viewership is doing? And I was like, I think it's 6 minutes. I thought like, okay, well, I mean, it's all right. Like, you know, people, you know, it's not people, not everyone's gonna like my videos. Basically, 6 minutes is all right. But what it told me, and it was two interesting things. It actually said like, look, of 75-minute videos that are on YouTube, right? And that's interesting thing number one is that it, because all my videos are just over an hour, I try to keep them to an hour, but then I start talking at the end, or I do some sort of interesting, you know, kind of narrative I want to finish. I get them to like 1 minute, 1 hour and like 5 minutes. But because of that, YouTube allocates me, it seems to me, into a group of 75-minute video. Like maybe it's for the whole channel, or maybe it's like generally it thinks my video is a 75-minute video, where it's more like actually like 62-minute, right? But it probably thinks in like 15-minute gaps, especially for longer videos. I think maybe for shorter ones, probably like three. I mean, at first it's probably like 3, 5, 10-minute videos, and then at longer end it just goes like, okay, let's add 15 minutes. But it said of 75-minute videos, my viewership time, and when it gave me that little thing, it was like 6 minutes, maybe like 7, and it said on average it's 20 minutes, right? 20. So even now, this massive improvement, although on Saturday, for example, this is closer to what my videos should be. Like 75-minute videos, let's say long form content, I would say, should be watched on average by 18 minutes, right? So it's good. It's good benchmark to think about, all right? Something to strive for. So I will kind of try to do two things based on that. Is actually keep my videos strictly to 1 hour, right? So just be a bit stricter with myself. I do have a timer running like next to my computer just so I see how long I've been talking to, but I get like really carried away, to be honest, sometimes. I mean, there have been times when at that time I just like ran out and I'd be playing for like 2 hours. I think there's a few episodes I definitely have that are like an hour now with 30, sometimes up to 2 hours. And some of the like my failed recordings of like Company of Heroes 3, for example, I just got really like into a match. I think it ran for like a ridiculous period of time. So I'll be stricter with that so that I'm actually, you know, making my videos about an hour. And I think like realistically, that's how long people can like pay attention to a video or have time in their day, right? So probably more like 45 to 60 minutes. I don't want to make these super short, but like, yeah, 45 to 60 minutes should be the target. And then I'm hoping, you know, YouTube will actually think better of my videos because it will put me in that category of 60-minute video and actually tell me like, hey, if people continue with this watch time, it's pretty good, right? It's a third of the video on average, right? Watch, that's pretty good. I think like if you get to like 50%, I mean, I don't think you can really realistically wish for more than that because there's always people who don't like it, you know, have like, I don't know, other things in life to do and like only have half an hour. So yeah, but really happy with the increase. But again, useful to know that, to be honest, 6 minutes is pretty bad. But it's okay. We're just starting out, so that's fine. So happy about the watch time. So I really hope you guys are enjoying it, right? And I guess you must be since you're watching more of this stuff. Yeah, what was it? Okay, let's have a look at like audience. So you see returning viewers, actually more and more. Okay, not surprising, more subscribers. A little worrying to me that like the new viewers are kind of coming down. So kind of hoping that, and I think there's still like a lot of people who kind of, you know, a lot of basically, how should I put it? A lot of white space. I know a lot of a big market for people to subscribe because you'll see like 80% of people who by watch time even are still not subscribed. So that's it's okay, but it's kind of interesting though. That now yeah, a lot of returning viewers. So cool though. Let me know down in the comments if you honestly, if you watch like several of my videos, if you have any observations or any suggestions on what to do or what you want to see, what particular countries you want to see. Just honestly, like yeah, I welcome those very much. Just I mean, it only takes like one. I think only one person asked me like, "Can you do a tutorial theories on Victoria 3?" And I thought like I responded like I'm not really qualified. And then I thought, okay, well, to be honest, I still don't think I'm fully qualified to like give tutorials on Victoria 3, like all of it, right? Like diplomacy, I haven't really done all that much. Naval combat is honestly complete lately. I know a little bit about it, but not a lot. But I think like the basic, the economics and politics, I've now kind of figured out. And I do some prep before I actually make the video this time. That Let Us Learn series. First time I actually kind of planned out like what am I gonna say, and like okay, let's make sure like I know the mechanics. Because interestingly, also in my community post, like I think it was one of the second poll I did, and I said, "What's the weakest point of this channel?" And I thought people would say audio. I thought that would be the worst. But actually, people said like, "No, your game mechanics suck," and there was like 50% of people who said who answered that, and there was like 30, I think, people. We can have a look. But yeah, so interesting. So I'm confidently improving on that. But yeah, still plenty of people returning to see, and again, hoping you are all enjoying it and are finding it entertaining and educational. And thank you for returning. Then we have unique viewers. Okay, that's basically the same thing. So subscribers, same thing we've looked at. Other than this, okay, so channels people look at, interesting to see, like that, you know, the rest of you. There's a few I didn't know this guy existed. So I think he's got an interesting video. Flying Dutchie, I only saw when I did like Hearts of Iron 4, and I saw it. He's got cool videos. Journalist Gaming is a guy who does videos on Victoria 3. I'm not sure I agree with everything, but they actually seem pretty educational and nice. Yeah, like a bunch of other people, kind of smaller. Yeah, very interesting to see. Like actually a cool like stat from YouTube. Cool, like a little piece of data. Videos growing your audience. Okay, haven't really used this, but yeah, unsurprisingly, episode ones are obviously the ones where people keep coming back. When your viewers are on YouTube, okay, it's kind of like it used to be pretty clear that people are on in the evening, but now that there's like a lot more people, and it's like all over the world almost. Okay, it's kind of all over the place, like from 12 o'clock during the day until like 11 or 10 o'clock at night, pretty much every day of the week. Thursday seems to be the day, interestingly, not Friday, but Thursday is the one where people watch the least. Yeah, so a few more stats. Here it is, right? Watch time from subscribers. Yeah, so 82. This was actually got a lot better maybe over this weekend. Because like 2 weeks ago, it was actually like climbing up to like 87%. And I thought like, wow, what's going on? Like, what people are clicking, they are watching more, but they're not subscribing. I thought there was something wrong. But I think 80-20 is kind of normal. I mean, it would be cool to get this to 50-50. I don't actually know, and I spoke about this in the first update as well. Don't know if this like what is that like average number here, even for bigger channels, right? But I mean, kind of hoping it improves. It would be cool. So that, but it basically means, yeah, it's actually almost like 5 times more people like kind of almost subscribe to your channel, you could say, that watch it consistently or watch a lot of it, right? So if like, so 5-4, so I don't really have like 600 subscribers right now or 598, but actually, you know, 3, 4, 5 times that, interestingly. And you think about that when you see channels with like millions, right? So whoever has 1 million subscribers, I'm sure this metric is still pretty skewed towards not subscribed for them. So they actually have like 3 million viewership, right? Or like even 10,000, that's more like 30,000. So pretty cool, pretty interesting though. Yep. So age and gender, yeah, twice as many women now. And we'll see some pretty interesting stats on like who watches videos, like who actually has like a longer attention span maybe, or like you know, is generally, I don't know, like more selective in their videos. Women actually watch the videos for much longer than men. I'll show you in a second. And then you can see that in the age as well. So age-wise, I don't think this changed a lot, but I think there's more 18 to 24-year-olds, almost a third. You know, but 25 to 45 years old together, like I would kind of group them together. To be honest, this is 43%, right? And this is 17, so 60% together, right? So 2/3 basically, and a third, and then yeah, 6% of people 45 to 54 years old watching this. Pretty cool. 55 to 64, 1%. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I was in retirement, I feel like Paradox Games would be like perfect. I mean, I don't know, like you had like all day to play games. I mean, not that you necessarily do when you're that age, but if you had like more time, something to get lost in, and like, I don't know, great pastime. Yeah, so I hope again all these people are finding it educational and entertaining. To be honest, I'm probably geared, like this channel is more geared to people like 25 plus because it's slow and immersive. Right? So But yeah, I'm sure that, I mean, when I was 18 to 24, I definitely enjoyed strategy games just as much. I've always played games for immersion, and I always played them slowly. But yeah, top geographies also hasn't changed that much. Got United States, almost a quarter now. I think it used to be more actually, but a quarter. United Kingdom, 10%. Germany, 5%. Canada, Brazil. So pretty interesting. I mean, we can actually go like see more. Brazil, so we got Sweden, Australia, Netherlands, Poland, France, Italy. So mostly Europe. I wish there was like a button that could just group this into Europe, right? So that we can actually compare with the United States. Well, let's say it's 10, so 15, 18, let's say 20, 22, for example, 24, 26, 28, 30, yeah, 30, 31. I mean, this, yeah, so probably like 40% of viewership is basically Europe, 30, 25, I mean, you could say 30% is US, so that's 70%, right? Then we got Australia, it's like 2. There's another Romania, Indonesia, Serbia, India, like Hungary, Argentina, Slovakia, Japan, Vietnam. I mean, it's only clicks, so it's only views. Actually, every view duration, you could see Japan even. 50% people from Japan watched it. Pretty cool. At least Lithuania, Egypt, Bahamas. People probably have better things to do. Jamaica, Israel though, 24 minutes on average. People are loving it. Hope everyone's obviously okay. Pakistan, 29 minutes. Pretty cool. That's interesting. I actually didn't notice this when I looked at this myself. Saudi Arabia, Africa. Pretty cool. I love it. I love it. There's an actual real person who clicked on my video and watched it from like God knows where. I've actually been, to be honest, I've traveled a lot in my life. I've been to, I would even say, vast majority of these countries, luckily. But maybe I'll talk about that in a future video. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's kind of interesting now for anyone who maybe, again, like, just wants to know, like, what is a gaming, like a micro gaming channel for Paradox Games. I think the statistics will probably be similar. This is where these people come from. Revenue obviously 0. We actually, with hitting 500 subscribers, does let you do, like, basically unlock these super thanks and memberships and stuff, which I actually like registered for. I was hoping this actually gets like reviewed, so you create like an AdSense account, so I can actually show you guys and see myself, to be honest, like what does this actually mean. Just like click around on it. In reality, like I don't think I'll even enable any of those. I don't think like my videos really deserve like a monetary super thanks, or is there any type of membership? Like I don't really think the quality, the content is really there. Like I think it's a bit silly to even ask for it. But I just want to keep it there, just to have that AdSense account. See like what does it take? Like what happens when you get it? But all that really happens here is you first get like an email saying, okay, you're eligible for this 500. Okay, it's gone. Thing, and then you just click through like, okay, agree to their monetization policies, register with your email, say if you're an individual or a business, and just they say like, okay, we'll review your content. So I think we're in a stage where it's like a real person. Okay, sorry, it's just not loading anymore. That real person actually looks at the content and just like has some sort of, I don't know, sample, takes a sample and just approves that this is not anything controversial, etc., etc. But there we are. So that's kind of it for that. So maybe we just go to okay, let me just check how long this video is actually running for. Okay, 38 minutes, jeez. Okay, but if we just go to like advanced mode, for example, because this is like the thing I discovered since last time, because at first when I clicked on this, these 5 lines just scared me. I used to like not understand anything at all. The reality is you just basically click for total. This has like video by video breakdown, and if you just click total, it gives you 1 line, right? So there's about content, and this is what line chart daily, this is views, right? And we saw many of these. Can still look at like, okay, like the best video basically was Venezuela. I recorded that right after the last channel update, right? That was when the Colossus of the South came out. So pretty interesting. Right, that's actually sitting on the best views, right? That was only like 2 weeks ago. It's got 4,000 views. That's my most clicked on video. Pretty interesting. Like click-through rate on that is 4.7. So again, it kind of shows you that being right time in the right place, right? That helps you. Even with my apparently not very attractive thumbnails, still gets almost like 50% higher click-through than average. Slow immersive replicable house spartaness is even, I can't believe Venezuela overtook that. And I still, I said in the last update, I wasn't even going to post this. I thought people didn't really like CK3 playthroughs because they take so long, right? Unlike all other Paradox games that eventually take like, okay, even if it's 20 episodes, but it's 20, right? I mean, CK3 takes like 100 episodes, but apparently people love watching these. It's quite interesting. It's probably, yeah. Then it's Hearts of Iron 4. I also didn't think that many people would care, but apparently they did. Yeah, Let's Learn Victoria 3. I guess I'm glad that it's doing really well. It's actually, considering that it's only been up for like maybe like 5 days, it's doing super well. But because that I'm not so surprised about, because okay, it's Victoria 3. Like I'm in the right place at the right time. There are people who want to learn this game, right? It's kind of struggled, but I think 1.5 really finally put it onto like base level. This is where it should be been released, I guess. But it's fine. It is what it is. I think it's always like that with Paradox games. They are very complex games actually. And development teams aren't massive, so it is what it is. But it's really good shape now. So yeah, these are kind of the videos. And if we go like watch time, see 1,000 hours people have spent watching Venezuela. Like wow, like I think it's incredible. 1,000 hours people have actually spent watching these, right? 484 hours for CK3. It's over a much longer period, right? This is over like 2 weeks now, I guess. Right? Yeah, about 2 weeks, right? Ago, Colossus of the South was released. Yeah. Whereas this is like 600 hours in 1 week. I mean, Hoi 4 has been up for ages. This is like 300 hours, but over a much longer time. So yeah, similar views. And then, for example, CK3 has also been up for quite a like similar time with Japan. I think I actually posted on the same day, but still, that got actually right 50%, almost 40% more views than Hoi 4. So quite interesting. This is how many subscribers they got you, impressions, click-through rate. So kind of all sorts of interesting stats, like traffic source. That's kind of where it actually comes from. Browse features, suggested videos, you can see. So mostly browse features, right? Suggested videos, channel pages, people click on channel playlists. YouTube search. Actually, not that many of my videos have been clicked on through search, interestingly, right? But click-through rate is higher, so when people specifically search for something like Let's Play, that's interesting, right? And you get geography, we talked about. I don't think that's really changed. I don't know why it's kind of dropped to 0, but I think it's just updating stats from YouTube servers. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Like viewer age, right? For example, 18 to 24 years old, right? Views are 30%. Average view duration 5 minutes 46 seconds. Average percentage views, so 8%, right? Watch time. 19% of my watch time from 30% of views, right? And if we go to 25 to 34, that's 43% of views, but they watch for almost twice the amount of time, right? So average percentage viewed is double of the video. Then 35 to 44 years old, again, only 18% views, but interestingly, again, view duration is longer, right? Quite interesting. So I don't know if people are more deliberate in their viewership, if they genuinely find my content more interesting because it is slower paced. Right? I think a lot of people noted that in the comments. I mean, I agree, I guess. And that's the reason I started doing this, because I found there's like a shortage of just people playing Paradox games slowly, and actually like so you can actually see and understand what's going on. And there is a narrative, right? I think the trend, and it works. I mean, I watch those videos too and enjoy them, but the trend generally is to like make a lot of edits and like squeeze like a whole playthrough in 45 minutes, which I've like watched myself, and it is educational in a way, but I'm not. Again, it's my personal preference, but I like kind of but in the end, I don't really enjoy it, and I feel like retention of the information that those people provide is very low. Like you actually watch that video for like 45 minutes, and you're like, when you sit down to play the game yourself, you're kind of like, right, like, what did they do? I can't really remember. So yeah, that's I guess why I'm doing this, and hopefully people are responding and enjoying it. I don't know if again, older people, my content is, I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, the people, it resonates with them better. 45 to 50-year-olds, again, only 6% of views, better average view duration. I found this really interesting, right? Again, better across the board. 55 to 64-year-olds, again, better time. They actually like really sit down and watch these videos, like follow through. 65, okay, 9 minutes. Probably fell asleep. That's all right. I guess it's just the way life is. But still pretty cool. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they don't find it interesting. I don't know, maybe they clicked for like the wrong reason. I don't know. Well, I don't know, still can't be the wrong reason. They watch for 9 minutes. But similar to 25 to 34-year-olds. But yeah, very interesting. Viewer gender, again, another one, interesting. So there is, I think last time we checked, there was like 0.6% were female. So now there's like, it doubled, right? I mean, there's obviously fewer, I guess, women playing video games. But still, pretty cool. But cool to see, though, average view duration is 25% higher than men. Again, small sample size, right? I do have some training in statistics, so I don't know if this is necessarily, representative. But, and this is, I guess, is probably skewed by the 30% young, probably, I mean, between ages of 18 to 24. I'm pretty sure this is 100% male. Like, I doubt there's any girls 18 to 24 playing Paradox games, just because it's not, just don't find them interesting enough. But there's probably a few, right? So this probably is, like, the male statistic is skewed down by that, because if we exclude that, I guess if we exclude it, well, still 25 to 34-year-old males watch it for 9 minutes, my videos, right? So I guess females are like on par with 35 to 55. Okay, but it doesn't give you gender and age. So there we are. Date. Okay, that's just like whatever data happened on subscription status. So not subscribed. So this is all kind of not particularly interesting. Subscription source. So like, where do people actually subscribe? This is quite interesting. Like, where do people actually click the subscribe button, right? The YouTube watch page. So this is, it says subscription from the subscribe button on the video watch. So while watching the video, right? So that's 62%, right? Pretty, I mean, that makes sense. But actually, I was really surprised that 29% subscribe when they look at your channel. So people, I guess, watch one video and they like it. They click on your channel name, see what else is out there. And it's actually there. So, right, so it's on like this page. Wait, is it like your channel? Yeah, so like, I think from here or from here. So they have a look like this, and then they click this channel, I think subscribe button, which is, which why I'm like, I want to get like a cool banner up. I mean, it's going to take me a bit of time, maybe like to say a bit. I think people will say this is quite important, right? So that people see like, what is your channel about? Maybe the logo, I quite like it. I will like try to actually make like a better one. But yeah, I guess the name and like the overall presentation, I guess, matters. Like 30% of subscribers actually subscribe, make that decision there. Other, okay, community posts, and where do people unsubscribe? Subscription channels list, subscription feed. Yeah, so people like see me, maybe watch one video, clicked subscribe by accident, whatever, and then they see it in their feed, but they're like not interested anymore. Just go like, no, unsubscribe. Pretty cool. All right, so content type, okay, videos. Okay, none of this is interesting, but if we go back to content, another thing I've discovered, just go total. Actually here, there's like there's actually lots of interesting things you can add for like each specific video. But for example, okay, this is all like revenue, not relevant, but subscribers gained, for example, from video, and then you can actually even get subscribers lost, which was really interesting. And that's another thing. So overall, I lost 81 subscribers. Like, I thought this would be a lot lower, right? Subscribers gained, so it's kind of like, this is over the entire channel, but over the last, let's say, months, I probably lost about 50, 55. Let's say 81 for the life of the channel. It's quite a lot. So it's like, like more than 10% of people. There is attrition rate. I don't know if some people maybe saw it's like a small channel and decided to help out and clicked, and then but never intended. But interestingly also is that most unsubscribes is actually on these videos, like the ones that apparently everyone loved. Most views, right? So people were already subscribed when they saw it, and then they unsubscribe. So I don't get it. That, to be honest, is a mystery to me. Same as like here. Why would you unsubscribe on episode 1? I guess the only theory I have is that people expected something else. Like maybe like, I don't know, maybe a lot of people signed up when I did like Hearts of Iron 4 videos, and I haven't posted those in a while, but I'm hoping to like change that. Maybe definitely next week, do another playthrough. But maybe people like don't see, more of what they wanted, and they're like, oh, like maybe people wanted more indie content. I don't know. And people said, oh, like he's posting Hearts of Iron, I'm not interested, so I unsubscribe. Same with CK3. So I don't know, kind of interesting, but otherwise, okay, I get it that people may have not liked a particular episode, found it boring, etc. Subscribed, but interesting. Like, I actually didn't expect there would be such a high attrition rate for like a small channel. That people kind of click and forget, but no, people actually don't click and forget. They click and then they unclick if they don't like something. But yes, that's an interesting one. What was the other interesting things I found here? YouTube premium views. I think that's about it, really. Yeah, there's like lots of things we can see. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of the advanced view that I've learned about. Some interesting stats. Another thing, maybe let's have a look just before. How much time do we actually have? Boom. 49 minutes. Jeez. Okay, I was I was actually planning to keep this 30-minute long, but now it's almost an hour. But okay, we have like 5 more minutes. I was going to just click on like a video and just show what the stats for individual videos actually give you. So this is quite interesting. Probably like my most successful video. I mean, it's not highest views, but over the time, like it's only been out for 5 days, but you can see. So views, this video has had 2,281 views since it was published, right? Which is like 5 days, a little more, right? And you could see just wish up. And I guess, yeah, this is Victoria 3. It's like a hot topic. It's Let's Learn, so it's educational. People, I guess, want it. The thumbnail, I don't know, I kind of tried to make it better, but probably still sucks. But I don't know, I felt it's not like I made a marginal improvement. But yeah, so you can see like wish, it just goes up and up. This is this gray area here. You see typical, for typical one of my videos, I get 280 watch time, right? Or even let's say like first day, I get like 280 to 60, and this one got 489 hours people watch this. Pretty crazy. Sorry, this is views, sorry, this is views. So normally I get like over 5 days, it builds up to like 250 views, and this one's got 2,000, so 10 times more successful. Watch time, also like, wow, like I'm actually like, I don't know, almost happy and embarrassed that someone actually watched me like ramble on for 600 hours. Okay, it really motivates me to improve though, like I can't be my legacy. But yeah, subscribers again, like interestingly, even though people were watching at the start, but then it's like wish just I think people give like likes. So I don't know if you are watching me and you want to help. I think like giving a like early on is like really helps because it makes YouTube think like, okay, there's like views and there's likes, so like boom, let's push it out. And you see like boom, it starts to push it out, and it goes like upward trajectory. So you see subscribers like nothing, and then it's wish. So this video alone, right, we can see 56 subscribers from it. Pretty cool. Doesn't say anything on estimated revenue. So how viewers found your video, right? YouTube recommendations. So it's like, yeah, so either left or right. YouTube recommends videos to viewers on home and alongside the video that they're currently watching under up next, right? And the sort of YouTube home was 38% and up next, right? So pretty cool. Like people do click on my thing. Like, and I'm grateful for YouTube to actually like show my video to people. Channel pages, so people who actually click on my username, right, go to the channel page and find like the video they want. Pretty interesting. Or maybe returning people, returning viewers. YouTube search, right? Obviously, people search for something like Victoria 3, whatever. Let's Learn. Playlists and other. Not sure what that is. I guess. Yeah, and yeah, pretty cool audience retention. So like I said, the average view duration has gone up across all videos because the average has been pulled up massively. So that's great. But yeah, you can see the gray area again shows the kind of the typical for my videos, and this one's actually doing really well. So you actually have half people watching past like 3 minutes. Well, 40%. Okay, pretty cool. Kind of say like reach, right? So you can say impressions. So it's 27.6 thousand. This is how just something happens here. Like YouTube just like decides after 10 hours, just like boom, and show it to like more people. I think it's the early likes. Like people start liking and subscribing and thinks, okay, let's give it a go. Like boom, and it like puts you up a tier. So there we are. So click-through rate, yeah, kind of hovering at 6%. Was a little higher one. So one day it was 9%. Yeah, views again. So which is unique viewers 1.1 thousand. Gives you this funnel, like how exactly all this is calculated, right? So it was 26.6 thousand times they showed my thumbnail. Yeah, 5.7 click-through rate, ended up 1.5. So views from impressions 1.5 thousand, right? And the rest of the views, so 800 views, came from other sources, right? Watch time 400 hours. Pretty cool. Again, all of this we've talked about. You can, I guess, pause and have a look if you want to. Ask me in the comments if you want to. Any more info on any of these and why I think it's happening. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. There we are. Kind of shows you all these stats for like each individual video. Yeah, so I guess, so I'm just going to go back. It's 54 minutes, so I think I rambled on for long enough, but hopefully people find this useful. And yeah, again, thank you all very, very much for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. Yeah, really appreciate it. Hopefully, you are seeing also an improvement in audio. I'm kind of tweaking. I got a new microphone, so I'm just kind of experimenting with various settings and trying to improve that, improve my delivery. I know this video probably not representative since I didn't really like have any type of script or idea. I just ramble on about the channel. But in typical videos, hopefully I'm getting better. I do actually play my own videos back to myself when I have a moment. It's pretty interesting to like hear yourself talk about an hour, especially after like a week or two have passed since I recorded the video. Just go back and just hear myself talk. And I think it's another reason, like one of the many reasons I started this channel. One is just, I think it's a useful skill to have, like modern, right? In my work and anywhere, like actually talking for prolonged periods of time, explaining something and being clear. I don't think I've had big problem to like always say and ums, but I still have it, right? And you listening to yourself and for like an hour recording, I think it's useful for anyone just to record yourself speak for an hour like this and listen back to it. Obviously we all have jobs, right? So you're like a young or whatever middle-aged professional, very interesting, very useful to just for your personal development. Yeah, and that's why this YouTube thing, I think it's, like I said, I'm glad it's providing entertainment education for everyone else. It's certainly entertaining educational for me. Like it's kind of gives a new spin on my very old hobby. It's only one of my hobbies. I have been dedicated, to be honest, like disproportionate amount of time to it over the past month, but I'm really hoping to like grow this to like, I don't know, probably like 1,000. Maybe I said like I kind of see it in my mind's eye as like 10,000 channel. That would be pretty cool. That's like a proper community of people who actually like watching something. And then to be honest, if it doesn't grow after that, I actually don't mind. Like maybe that is the niche of like slow and immersive, atmospheric like playthroughs. I don't mind. Like 10,000 would be nice. I guess I kind of see that. Pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully, again, like later on, we'll actually try and build a community. Okay, I was hoping for this to tick up to 600 when we're doing it, but didn't happen. But yeah, guys, I think we've come up on the hour now. Yep, 56 minutes. So again, thank you all very, very much for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. Bigger and better things to come, hopefully. And yeah, maybe more games to come, more playthroughs of Paradox games. Yeah, thank you all. So been a very rewarding experience so far, especially the last like 5-6 weeks now. Yeah, since I've actually started posting on like 15th of October, like started properly kind of doing it, right? I've dabbled in YouTube a little bit for a couple of months before that. But yeah, very rewarding for me. And I can't thank you all enough for it. But bye for now. And I guess I'll do another update at 1,000 subscribers. Like I'm kind of curious about these, like what happens like when you get the monetization thing. And I'll show you like what these videos actually make. Kind of gonna try and keep actually like the ads and everything to a minimum, to be really honest. I'm not sure if there's a way to turn them off completely. If there is, I was kind of going to actually turn them off so that people don't get disturbed by ads, since I'm not really doing this to like make money. But now I kind of think, okay, maybe I do turn it off at least for a little bit. Just curious to see like how much money do these things even make, like just making Paradox videos. So I'll show you all of that like per video and per channel. And yeah, if people find these interesting, I will keep doing these like every, I don't know, every like month, 3 months, or every some sort of subscriber milestone. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions about YouTube or like gaming channel. I don't know, any of my setup. It's all really basic. Like I said, you can see my videos aren't perfect, thumbnails aren't perfect, my delivery isn't perfect, audio isn't perfect, gameplay isn't perfect. But yeah, look, like this is actually enjoying like a tiny bit of growth. So, and like people seem to like, like it in the comments. So net positive, hopefully, for this world, for you guys and for me. So thank you all again very, very much. And yeah, that's about it. See you at 1,000 subscribers, hopefully, and in future playthroughs. Bye.